I'm wrapping up my last week as CEO of UMFS and Charterhouse School. And I wanted to speak to all the staff. I've had the pleasure really of over the last couple months, I've spoken to different staff groups. I planned to do all this in person and come to every office, but I've really had to do it virtually. But many of you have done videotapes. We've shared stories. We've talked about memories that we've had together, some going back 20, 30 years. So it's been a special time for me, but I wanted to thank all of you for this journey I've had with UMFS for the last 40 years and the relationships I've had with you. What I had said at this leadership forum with staff is that I can't think of a better journey with so many memories and so many experiences and really the relationships that I've developed through the years with staff, with colleagues in the community, with donors, with volunteers, and most importantly, with the youth and families we serve. Even though my presence is not going to be here physically as much as it's been in the past, my heart, my soul, my thoughts will always be with United Methodist Family Services and will always be with all of you. One of the things that had become really clear to me during the last year is that connectedness has been a part of my life and been so important. Being aligned with people and being aligned with things you believe in. And so our mission, our vision, our values, our social impact, that's all been an integral part of not only my life, but of this organization. What I've witnessed with many of you, particularly during this last year with COVID, but at other challenging times in the organizations, that we're at times very vulnerable, but we also have courage. And vulnerability is really that courage to show up when you can't control the results. I've seen that time and time again with this year, and I can't be prouder of you or prouder of what we've done through the history of our organization. There's a quote, I've been reading the book, I've read it before and I'm going back through it again, The Book of Joy. And it was written with the dialogue with Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama. And Desmond Tutu had said this, and I really related to it, I hope you will. He says, you show your humanity by how you see yourself not as apart from others, but from your connection to others, how you're connected to others. And the things I've really been able to give and receive while here at this organization is I've been able to see and give and receive collaboration, kindness, generosity, gratitude, perseverance, and I think witness humility. So during this time together, I have really grown as a person, as a professional, but I've really grown as a leader by witnessing many of you, most of what we've done together, or what we've been able to achieve. Because a leader can't go alone. A leader needs others with him or her to really move forward and to move the organization forward. What's been interesting to me is there's going to be a new beginning. And one of the ways I'm sitting with you in the Walker House today purposely, because the Walker House is not only the oldest building on our campus, but it's also where I lived for 11 years and raised my family. My son was born when we moved back from the Tidewater office to Richmond and was here. And I'm talking about retiring as CEO, but I'm going to stay on to help the new CEO. She's asked me, Nancy Toscano has asked me to stay on and help raise money to finish out our capital campaign. So I'm really excited about my new journey and retiring and spending some more time with my family and doing some other things I want to do. But I'm still going to be here for about 6 months starting in May to really help as we finish out the capital campaign for the new Child and Family Healing Center and Charterhouse School Extension. What I want to leave you with is I'm thinking about this change in the 120 years, and I hope you get a chance to look. We have a new annual report that, and I'm laughing because Nate's behind the camera getting me to position the annual report, and you'll be able to see it online. But I want to read you something that inspires me, and I hope it'll inspire you. It's from Nancy Toscano. She does a message from the next CEO, and she'll become the CEO in a couple of days. And by the time you see this video, she'll probably be the new CEO. But I want to quote her because it made me think of how I have been supported by you and how I know you'll support her. But she said, people do well if they can. And what we've learned is that with the right supports, people will do well. That's why I was called to this profession, and that's why I was called to UMFS. The values of UMFS mirror my own, and its storied history that spans 12 decades prove UMFS is in it for the long haul. And Nancy ends that paragraph by saying, so am I. She goes on to say, the opportunity to lead UMFS is one I don't take lightly. Thank you for believing in me, and thank you for believing in the children, teens, and families we serve at UMFS. I want to thank you for believing in me, and I know you will believe in her and support her through on her journey. I want to leave you with a quote. In that same book, The Book of Joy, the Dalai Lama says something that really has struck me, and it strikes me as I retire, it strikes me as you are going on your journey and Nancy on hers. The Dalai Lama said, the three factors that seem to have the greatest influence on increasing our happiness are our ability to not only reframe our situation more positively, but our ability to experience gratitude and our choice to be kind and generous. Thank you for being kind and generous and supporting the families we serve. And I look forward to hearing great things as you enter our next 120 years. Thanks, and have a good holiday.